For the first time, the giant squid was captured on video in U.S. waters.
This happened in the Gulf of Mexico.
You can't ask for a much better monster than a giant squid.
For more than a century, the colossal squid existed only as fragments, dead remains washed ashore, or pieces recovered from whale stomachs deep in the Southern Ocean. It was a creature wrapped in mystery, rarely seen and never fully understood. Then, in March 2025, scientists captured extraordinary footage of a live baby colossal squid drifting through the dark abyss. Nearly transparent, armed with tiny hooks, and hauntingly alien, the young squid offered the first real glimpse into the life of one of Earth's most elusive giants and raised new questions about what still hides beneath the ocean's deepest waters. The stunning first encounter. In March 2025, something extraordinary happened deep beneath the icy waves of the Southern Ocean near the South Sandwich Islands. On a routine expedition aboard the research vessel Falkor 2, a remotely operated vehicle named Sebastian descended to around 600 meters, quietly recording the deep marine world. Without prior warning or expectation, the cameras caught a fleeting image no scientist had ever seen before, a live colossal squid suspended in the cold, dark water, its body nearly translucent. This was the first ever live footage of this elusive species, a moment that shattered decades of elusive mystery. The colossal squid captured on video was a juvenile, about 30 centimeters in mantle length, much smaller than the massive specimens previously studied as corpses. Its arms were outstretched, and its transparent body revealed internal organs and structures that had never been seen alive. Researchers watched as it moved with an elegance that contradicted previous assumptions that this giant was slow and cumbersome. The squid's fins undulated rhythmically, coordinating with jet propulsion to navigate its shadowy surroundings. Prior to this encounter, everything known about the colossal squid came from damaged or dead specimens, recovered from fishing nets, beaches, or whale stomachs. Scientists had pieced together its biology and behavior largely through educated guesses. Watching this juvenile alive added an entirely new, dynamic dimension to understanding the species. It showed not only the animal's physical features, but offered a glimpse into how it actually behaves beneath the surface. This unexpected encounter was the result of chance and advanced technology. Despite over a century of speculation and study, the colossal squid had never been filmed alive, and the probability of such an encounter was considered negligible by previous estimates. But the Southern Ocean, vast and largely unexplored, held its secret. The footage offered rare eyes into a creature that had lurked in the deep, unseen, and mysterious for millions of years. As the video spread through the scientific community, excitement rippled worldwide. This was more than a visual record. It was a breakthrough that could rewrite biological reconstructions and challenge long-held assumptions about deep-sea giants. The colossal squid was no longer just a ghostly dead puzzle, but a living entity with behavior and form now recorded in vivid detail. The footage's clarity and the animal's distinct features confirmed the identification beyond doubt. Experts noted the unique rotating hooks on the tentacle clubs, a signature of Mesonico hamiltoni, and recognized the transparency characteristic of juvenile glass squids. This transparency had been theorized before, but never directly observed. The discovery raised new questions. How large can they grow? What behaviors shape their survival? And what else remained unknown in this icy abyss? Most importantly, this encounter forced scientists to reconsider the colossal squid's place in the deep-sea ecosystem. It was not just a passive, sluggish predator, but an agile and active animal navigating a challenging environment. Its presence at this depth and stage suggested juveniles might be more accessible to observation than previously thought, opening doors for future research. This astonishing first glimpse into the life of the colossal squid marked the dawn of a new era in marine biology. What had been hidden beneath dark waves for so long was suddenly alive, moving and revealing secrets that decades of dead specimens could never fully explain. Even as the squid disappeared back into the deep silence, it left behind a profound question. What other wonders might be patiently waiting in the unexplored depths of the ocean? A century of mystery. The giant squid has remained a mystery to scientists for almost 100 years, until 2025, when the first living specimen of the creature was finally discovered. The first description of the species started in 1925 when biologist Guy Coburn-Robson studied two damaged arms which were found inside the stomach of a sperm whale caught near Antarctica. The squid showed its extraordinary nature through its arms, which had rotating hooks instead of suction cups that existed on all other known squid species. Scientists have studied all colossal squid specimens which became available to them because their bodies either remained intact or their specimens had been collected by fishing boats that searched for Patagonian toothfish, or their bodies had washed up on faraway Antarctic beaches. The specimens contained all their body parts, yet researchers found them to be unusable because they had suffered permanent damage from both physical restraint and extreme pressure changes during their underwater recovery process. Researchers used these tiny remaining parts of the specimen which had been found to create preliminary visual reconstructions of an organism that exists beyond common observation. Scientific knowledge remained limited and speculative. All aspects of behavior and locomotion needed size estimation required inference because researchers could not observe the subject in its natural habitat. Researchers believe that colossal squid functioned as large underwater hunters, which used their camouflage to conduct surprise attacks. The existing knowledge of this subject functioned as an educated guess because researchers lacked any direct proof to confirm their theories. The extreme conditions of the deep ocean, which consists of freezing temperatures and complete darkness, and presents major obstacles to exploration technologies, created difficulties in solving the mystery. The Southern Ocean, which contains the colossal squid species, lives around Antarctica, represents one of the most difficult marine zones to reach. Research teams faced severe weather conditions and distant site access and restricted research facilities, which resulted in short research periods during which they could study life in the deep ocean. The ancient legends and myths described giant sea monsters, which had multiple tentacles, as having abilities that exceeded human comprehension. Northern European sailors reported sightings of the Kraken, a gigantic creature which had the power to drag entire ships beneath the ocean. The stories, which people considered to be unrealistic extreme tales, contained elements that originated from actual encounters with giant squid species, which appeared only in partial views and through uncommon disturbing indications that included circular scars which appeared on whales. The scientific community accepted Architeuthis as a giant squid species during the 19th and 20th centuries, yet scientists found it difficult to study colossal squid because this elusive species always remained hidden from view. Scientists faced difficulties because they tried to study a species which existed only through its remaining parts, which acted as a permanent presence in deep waters but remained largely unknown to scientific research. Modern zoology recorded its longest observation gap between scientific naming and actual observation for any large marine animal during this 100-year period. The secretive underwater existence of the colossal squid, which endured extreme pressure and extreme cold temperatures, kept its true nature hidden from scientists and society for many generations. The absence of live footage created multiple unanswered questions which increased public interest in the situation. That all changed with the accidental recording in 2025, transforming a century of mystery into living knowledge and inviting a reconsideration of what this remarkable creature truly is. The story of the colossal squid is as much about human perseverance and technological progress as it is about the animal itself, reminding us how much of the deep ocean remains to be discovered. Colossal versus giant squid. To understand the colossal squid's true nature, it's crucial to distinguish it from the giant squid. Two massive cephalopods often confused or used interchangeably in popular media. While related, these are distinct species with very different physical characteristics, behaviors, and ecological roles. The giant squid, Architeuthis dux, is known for its impressive length, often reaching over 13 meters from mantle to tentacle tip. Its body is elongated, with long, slender tentacles and the largest eyes in the animal kingdom. It inhabits deep waters worldwide, but is best known from strandings and rare sightings in many ocean regions. In contrast, the colossal squid, Mesonecoteuthis hamiltoni, is shorter in total length but substantially heavier and bulkier. Its mantle is thicker, and the overall body mass ranges from 500 to 700 kilograms for adults, making it the largest known invertebrate by weight. Unlike the giant squid's suction cups, the colossal squid's tentacles feature sharp, swiveling hooks, a specialized adaptation to grab and hold prey in the dark depths. These hooks are the defining trait first noticed by Robson in 1925 and set the colossal squid apart within the squid family. They serve as efficient weapons against prey and predators alike, capable of producing scars on predators such as sperm whales, which engage in repeated battles with these squids deep beneath the surface. The giant squid's slender physique suggests a life relying more on speed and reaching with long tentacles, while the colossal squid's heavier build points to a different hunting style, potentially more forceful and enduring. Both species occupy high trophic levels, but adapted to their distinct ecological niches. Despite these differences, the two species are often conflated in documentaries, news, and even some scientific discussions, which can obscure important nuances about their biology and behavior. Recognizing these distinctions clarifies the significance of the colossal squid's unique adaptations, especially in light of the new live footage. The live footage not only captures a singular moment, but also reshapes the way science distinguishes these enigmatic giants of the deep. Insights from live footage. The live footage captured in March 2025 revealed a juvenile colossal squid unlike anything previously seen. Its mantle measured about 30 centimeters, and remarkably, the animal was nearly transparent, completely different from the heavily pigmented adults studied from dead specimens. This glass-like body revealed internal organs and structures, offering scientists a window into anatomy that had remained hidden for a century. Such transparency is a known trait among the glass squid family, but seeing it in a living colossal squid was a revelation. The footage showed movement beyond appearance because it showed actual movement, which served as an important discovery that changed scientists' understanding of the species. Previous reconstructions had to rely on guesses from dead specimens regarding how the squid propelled itself or maneuvered. The juvenile displayed unexpected hydration through his movements because he used fin undulations and jet propulsion to display his swimming ability. The previous belief about colossal squid as giant creatures that moved at a slow pace received direct evidence from this research. The study demonstrated animal control through its observation of arm and tentacle movements, which displayed their ability to manipulate movements in a precise manner. The animal exhibited behavior that showed increased activity levels while it could maintain extended movement times, which contradicted the long-held belief about its ambush predator nature. The marine hunter demonstrated advanced skills to move through its dangerous environment, which it showed through its transparent body and its ability to move smoothly and quickly. The squid possessed tentacle clubs with rotating hooks, which created the most impressive visual appearance. The hooks, which Robson discovered in 1925, became a characteristic element of Mesonychoteuthis hamiltoni. The anatomical structure of squid hooks became widely known through documented studies, but researchers had not previously observed their use during live animal observation until this video showed their operation. The footage showed how young squid used their hooks to move, which demonstrated the precise way they articulated and gripped objects while verifying their status as effective, dangerous weapons. The squid uses these hooks to catch prey because these hooks provide essential support for their survival in a situation where escaping enemies means certain death. The circular scars that sperm whales display result from battles that they fought with these hooks deep beneath the ocean surface. The footage provided the first visual confirmation of the animal responsible for inflicting those wounds, something previously known only through indirect evidence. Dr. Kat Bolstad, who leads research on cephalopods, made the identification of this rare creature from the footage. Her confirmation of the evidence completely eliminated all doubt while showing that the scientific community needed this observation, which scientists had waited to see for so long. The footage enabled scientists to measure and study feeding patterns, which they had been unable to do with dead tissue, which created new opportunities for research in cephalopod biology. This video footage has already sparked a reevaluation of colossal squid biology, from juvenile transparency to movement to weaponry, offering fresh data to a field that for decades depended on fragmented remains. The scientists who observed this living creature in its natural environment discovered new information that proved their previous 100 years of scientific knowledge about marine research. The secrets held in this deep region have now been partly illuminated, but the colossal squid's true story is still unfolding beneath the waves. The colossal squid's extreme biology. Among the many extraordinary features of the colossal squid, its eyes stand as the most astonishing. These are the largest eyes known to science, measuring over 27 centimeters in diameter, larger even than those of the giant squid and any whale. Their immense size isn't merely for show. Researchers have demonstrated that the colossal squid's eyes are specialized not for hunting prey, but for detecting predators, particularly the sperm whale. At the crushing depths where the squid lives, often hundreds of meters below sunlight's reach, the only light is bioluminescent, produced by other organisms. When massive predators, such as sperm whales, move through this dimly glowing environment, they create a cascade of bioluminescent flashes that reveal their silhouette. The colossal squid's giant eyes are a biological early warning system, finely tuned to detect these approaching threats from great distances and allow time to evade. This evolutionary arms race with sperm whales has shaped much of the squid's adaptations. The hooks on its tentacles, the thick, massive mantle, and the nervous system all contribute to an animal designed for survival in one of Earth's harshest habitats. Sperm whales, weighing up to 50 tons, pursue these squids to extreme depths, while the squid develop ever more effective defenses. The scars found on whale skin bear witness to these deep-sea battles. The colossal squid is the largest invertebrate on the planet, outsizing any insect, mollusk, or crustacean by mass. Adult females can reach weights up to 700 kilograms or more. The largest specimen ever recovered, a nearly 500-kilogram female caught in 2007 near Antarctica, was long thought exceptional, but the scaling of the juvenile in the 2025 footage suggests these giants may grow even larger than previously estimated. This mass and bulk contrast markedly with the giant squid's slimmer, more elongated body. While the giant squid's record spans some 13 meters in length, the colossal squid's shorter but thicker body grants it greater heft. These distinct body plans reflect survival strategies adapted to different ecological roles within the deep sea. The colossal squid's habitat remains among the most remote and least explored on Earth. Its life unfolds in cold, dark waters where pressure and temperatures challenge any living organism. The Southern Ocean's isolation and harshness have long shielded this animal from human eyes, contributing to its legendary status. Understanding the squid's extreme biology reveals a story of survival shaped by darkness, depth, and danger. It's a creature perfectly suited for a world we are only beginning to understand, where size, stealth, and sensory acuity determine life or death. The insights gained from the 2025 footage mark a watershed moment, reintroducing the colossal squid as a living marvel, not merely a myth or museum specimen, but an extraordinary animal thriving beneath the ice-cold ocean's surface. A new chapter has begun in unraveling the mysteries of this giant, and every discovery deepens the wonder of the ocean's darkest realms, what lies beneath and beyond. The first live footage of a colossal squid has opened a new chapter in deep-sea exploration, showing our limited understanding of the Southern Ocean. The rare sighting, which occurred near the South Sandwich Islands, showed a nearly transparent juvenile squid drifting through the darkness, which provided scientists their first chance to observe this elusive creature in its natural habitat. The enormous squid still has many unknown aspects because scientists have studied it for several decades. The extreme weather conditions and deep ocean depths of Antarctica, combined with the few scientific missions that visit the region, make it nearly impossible to conduct research there. The squid displays extremely rare behavior patterns which scientists have yet to determine. Scientists need to study the complete life cycle of the creature to answer all of its behavior and population mysteries. The new deep-sea technology, which includes better underwater vehicles and advanced camera systems, gradually improves deep-sea research. Scientists can now explore depths once impossible to reach, which leads to discoveries of creatures that sustain themselves under extreme pressure and permanent darkness. Most of the time, people only see animals when they happen to be in the right place at the right moment. The video material discovered new information which helps researchers determine the squid's true dimensions. The juvenile measured only about 30 centimeters, yet scientists believe adults may grow close to 1 metric ton. The animal uses its rotating hooks and massive eyes to survive in the abyss, because its evolutionary battle with sperm whales has developed these abilities. The colossal squid shows us that there are still uncharted regions which cover most of Earth's oceans. The creature, which people once thought to be a myth, now serves as proof that the ocean contains some of its most important secrets. The first live footage of the colossal squid transforms it from legend to living marvel, rewriting everything we thought we knew about this giant of the abyss. Its transparency, movement, and massive hooks reveal a creature far more dynamic and extraordinary than corpses could show. If you enjoyed this dive into the unknown, please like and subscribe for more incredible stories from the depths and beyond.